All right, guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for another live review of SmackDown Live, the March 20th, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live. We are 19 days away from WrestleMania 34, and we are had a big day today for wrestling, as you saw in my video earlier, raving about how Daniel Bryan was medically cleared for in-ring action in WWE once again by WWE doctors. We'll get into that story as well as what Daniel Bryan revealed, talking about hold on, let me check this real quick here. Wow, I keep getting these alerts of my own live streams. I don't understand why. But yeah, so Daniel Bryan medically cleared, and so I was excited to see the show tonight. Now, before we get started, and I will give you my answer at the end, honestly. With Daniel Bryan being medically cleared to compete, well, first off, my thoughts, as I said in my video before, I kind of wish they would have kept it as a surprise, somewhat. I understand, they need to draw viewers sometimes, especially with how SmackDown has been kind of like lately. I just understand why they would advertise this, but I kind of wish they would have, left it as a surprise. I felt it could maybe left a little more special. But what we got from Daniel Bryan was special tonight. But besides that, hearing this, I was wondering whether or not, with Daniel Bryan being cleared, I'm like, okay, it kind of gave me an itch to consider going to next week's episode of SmackDown Live, which is going to be live here in Pittsburgh at the PPG Paints Arena next week. So my one friend and I were starting to consider going. And we did find some cheap tickets, but we said, let's see how tonight's show goes tonight and see if next week's show will be worth going to spend the money to. I'll give my thoughts at the end of where I would decide to go or not. But overall, this show was decent, I thought, tonight. The stuff with Daniel Bryan, awesome. Great. Everything else was passable, but starting to make me feel like most of the matches on SmackDown leading to WrestleMania, which they're going to be good, but the build of them is kind of flat. Because they're all like, feeling like, okay, us big stars are going to come together and have a match at WrestleMania. And that is it. I feel like that these stories need something a little more to them. Are they passable? Most of them, yes. One especially that isn't. Of course, we all know what that is, the U.S. title match. But other than that, everything else is like, it's happening. We're gonna get good matches with, AJ and Shinsuke and Asuka and Charlotte, and probably the triple threat match for the SmackDown tag titles. But nothing else is really happening in these stories besides that we're having a match. Okay, where's the story, though? At least on Raw, we have intriguing storylines going on with Roman and Brock, Triple H and Stephanie, and Ronda and Kurt, The Miz and Seth Rollins, and, Braun Strowman. Like, there's something more there than just we're having a match. That's that feel I get, and we're just, killing time until we get there. So that's what I thought of this show. A decent show, almost solid, but more so decent, in my opinion. Live chat. Let's see here. We got Lauren saying hi. She gave SmackDown an A+. Now SmackDown's on the road to WrestleMania. She's excited. How you doing, Lauren? It's good to have you on a live chat. As always, I tried to request you on Instagram and Twitter. Not sure we got them at all. We knew it was going to be a triple threat match for a U.S. title. Daniel Bryan should have revealed his clearance at WrestleMania. Yeah, they could have done that as well. It's a surprise. She thinks I should go next week. Only bad thing was Baron's match. Man, yeah, poor Ty. Becky deserves better than being in the Battle Royal. Yes. SmackDown was better than Raw, though, and Shinsuke botches a lot, to be honest. Yeah, I keep saying, Shinsuke, they just don't have him on that level yet to be a champion, because after the bad booking they gave him after the Jinder Mahal feud, and they haven't quite gotten him back on track at all. So I mean, I don't blame people who don't want to see him win the title in Mania. I mean, I personally think he used up some polishing as well. So I mean, I'll be completely mad to give him the title Mania, but I personally don't think that they've done the best job building him up on the main roster and kind of like, toned him down, in my opinion. She said, "How are you?" "I'm not too bad. How about yourself?" Except for the fact that another thing I want to rant about real quickly here. So today's the first day of spring, right? Then why did it snow today? Why are we under a winter weather advisory till 8 o'clock tomorrow night? Mother Nature, what's going on here? Today's first day of spring. Of course, Lauren, I'm sure is getting all the sunshine down south and whatnot. Yeah, Shinsuke's done a better NXT, and yeah, that Orton promo was fire. Oh, I tweeted to Randy Orton just telling him thank you for pretty much saying what he said. I was just so glad he just got him to shut Jinder up. I'm like, thank you, Randy. So I definitely tweeted that to him. Yes, happy spring. Well, it's probably spring down your way, but it's not spring up my way. But yeah. But anyway, let's get right into the show. So, Lauren loved the show. She thought it was an awesome show. Again, it wasn't a bad show. I definitely didn't give it as high of a grade as Lauren did, but, I'm glad. Hold on. I keep checking my phone. I keep getting random alerts and whatnot. Anyways, but I definitely give it as high as a grade as she did. And I still thought it was enjoyable. But again, it's just like I feel like there's just nothing else to these feuds besides we're having a match and that's it. Okay, where's the story? Where's the tension? I keep saying I want more. But let's get to it. She had a tornado warning earlier. Yikes. Okay, I'd rather have snow than a tornado. Stay safe down there, please. But yeah. Let's get right into this show. Just keep the live chat coming as well. So we started off with Daniel. Well, first we had that video package of Daniel Bryan's retirement speech from 2 years ago, which I still remember that night. That was definitely one of the hardest things to sit through as a wrestling fan. And I still say the only part of that speech that I try not to get emotional from that because it was tough to watch, and I was just sad seeing one of my biggest heroes, had to hang up and give up everything, give up his career. But again, I still say that the only part that almost got me to cry was when he talked about his father, that part of the speech. But then, how he was medically cleared to compete. Again, as I said in my video, I was itching and expecting it to happen for WrestleMania, but the fact that it actually happened, it brought back that big little kid fandom to me again from when I first started watching wrestling 5 years ago, sorry. And I'm just like, yeah. I just got all excited again. It's like I got that energy back that I needed. So I was pretty excited. But again, I do kind of wish they would have left it as a surprise. I think it would have been even extra special to continue that doubt. Because I really like the stuff that Bryan said here. He came out. He mentions what happened to Shane last week and says he'll address that to the two people he needs to talk to, but they are not here yet, which is Owens and Zayn. So let's talk about something else. He talks about how he was forced to retire. It was one of the hardest days of his life, and he kept focusing on being grateful. When he was depressed and angry and mad, he couldn't do what he loves to do, and he focused on being grateful. And he has a lot of things to be grateful for: his family, his friends, the fans, and also his amazing, beautiful wife, which that's what kind of choked him up and made him cry a little bit, which I don't blame him for, especially what, the big role that Brie played in this. He said he was depressed and trying to be grateful, and his wife saw that all he wanted was to get back in the ring and told him it's wonderful and he's grateful, but he needs to fight for his dreams. And as it comes out that Brie was the one that encouraged him to start going to see specialists. So he went and saw them, and he had got good reviews, and said, go see another one, and another one, and another one. And he went and saw so many specialists. That's when we started getting the thank you, Brie chants, which I definitely agree after hearing this story. Brie Bella is a hero. I love that woman. Brie Bella, you are a hero. You are just a great match with Daniel Bryan. You two are definitely big role models, as I tweeted to both of them on Twitter after hearing the story. She told him to go fight for his dreams because that's what Daniel Bryan does. He fights for his dreams. So when he got depressed, he wasn't just grateful. He got angry and decided he wanted to fight. And when he wanted to quit and give up on trying to get back at it. Bree told him to fight for his dreams, and if he fights for his dreams will fight for him, because every hard thing seems impossible until it becomes real, which, of course, I'm sure a lot of us have definitely faced those hard times as well. Over the last 2 months, WWE, he's asked WWE to look at his case again, and they sent him to the best neurologists all over the company. Every doctor he's seen said the same thing, and that he's cleared. That was a time when being cleared to compete in a WWE ring seemed impossible, but now it's real. He's got a lot of thank yous now. First, WWE and their doctors, because first and foremost, they looked at him as a person, not as a wrestler, for which he is grateful. He's also grateful they look at this case again so he could come out here and say, yes, he is cleared. He wants to thank every person here and watching at home, because we've supported him this entire time. Every week when he comes out here, the crowd chants, yes, and Daniel Bryan, and you deserve it. And for that, he thanks us. And last but not least, and of course, he chokes again with tears. He wants to thank his wife, Bree. He doesn't think any of us really understand how she supported him, and that he is incredibly grateful for her. Which again, just again, like showing how great of a match they are together with each other, and how, Bree's just always like helped Daniel, focused on his dreams, and just always being there and supporting him whatever decision that he makes. And just again, it's something that a lot of us face. Like, like I have several occasions where that happened. In fact, just one just happened recently as well, where basically a couple of years ago, I hurt my knee 2 years ago, and I still like to get out and play, pick up sports here and there and whatnot. This is, stay active, like basketball, or go to a baseball. I only have baseballs, especially baseball, because that's my favorite sport, but I'm not that great. But then when I hurt my knee a couple years ago at a trampoline park, I just couldn't get the confidence to go back out there and just, enjoy that stuff anymore. A couple days ago, my uncle called me, and he suggested me sign up for this softball league, because I like playing baseball. And I said, I'll think about it. And then I kept thinking to myself, I haven't swung a baseball bat in how long? It's been 7 years since I last played an actual game of baseball, or even the softball in general, just to chill and have fun. And I kept thinking about how, I've been always wanted to at least, just play it again, just have fun. Just get to get out there and meet some other people and whatnot. So after I did my work yesterday, I got up and I went down to a baseball field like 2 minutes from my house. And I was alone, but I'm tossing the ball in the air, just swinging, hitting balls, just scared that my knee's gonna I'm gonna hurt my knee again. But I was smashing those balls deep, and I was on the mound, just pretending to do the stuff I used to do years ago when I was hanging out by myself and whatnot. And I realized, I can't be thinking, I have a bad knee anymore. I'm good. I can do this. And so that's why I put an application. I'm going to be playing, and coming out of my retirement of playing softball or baseball and just enjoying myself this year. But my point is, the reason why I share this story is because, I've had a few instances like that too. I don't want to go into and give too much of my personal life away here, but I'm saying, that's the thing, reason why I know people look up to guys like, Daniel Bryan, or even Brie Bella, who, show that the impossible can become reality pretty much. I know it sounds like a little cliche or whatnot here, but it's why I look up to people like that, underdogs who just, had to work extra harder to get to where they were. That was a message I was trying to come across in the Legends Never Die music video that I just recently made as well. It's just these little things that you think cannot have. Like for 2 years, I never thought I was going to be able to play sports and enjoy them again. Even though I'm not that great, it's the stuff I like to do to get out there and have fun. And when I was out there on that baseball field yesterday, hitting those balls like very deep, just like I used to enjoy doing. I even posted a photo on my Instagram saying I have not had this much fun in how long, because I was afraid to get back out there. Well, Daniel Bryan was not afraid to fight, and that's why this man is a hero. This is why I look up to a man like Daniel Bryan. This is why this man has definitely caught my attention and wanted to see, people like him and other people succeed in the WWE. So, I mean, that's kind of a little bit like a random little thing I just want to get out there, but that's why this man means so much to me. Why he's a hero to me. He's inspired me to do stuff, inspire people such as someone like me to get out there and to give everything another shot again and not be afraid of let other things stand in my way. Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella, you are heroes. You are great inspirations. And I'm so happy that Daniel got to make his way back. And Brie, I hope you get the opportunity to come back as well. I know you're kind of busy being a mother and whatnot, but I hope she gets to come back as well. Her and Nikki get the rest together. In fact, I heard rumors that Nikki Bella appeared at the Madison Square Garden special this past weekend, teamed with John Cena in a mixed tag match. Again, like, if they're good enough to have another run, awesome. I hope the same thing happened for Paige also. So we'll see what happens. If Daniel Bryan was not medically cleared because of his concussion issues, I can bet you any money that one day we could see Nikki and Brie wrestle again, and hopefully maybe even Paige. I'm hoping for. But anyways, getting back to the reviews. Sorry, I didn't want to do that again. But anyways, so some fun stuff. He doesn't know when or where he'll exactly be getting back into the in-ring action, which he'll start at the WrestleMania side smirking. Everyone starts chanting to go to WrestleMania, whatnot. He says doesn't sound like a good idea. He says it does, but he doesn't know for sure that's going to happen. But will Daniel Bryan compete in a WWE ring again? And everybody's going, yes, yes, yes. And even myself on my couch, I'm going, yes, 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 because it's a very exciting time to be a Daniel Bryan fan once again. Again, I felt that 2 years ago when I met him 2 weeks before his retirement. I'm like, this is what was definitely meant to be, because I felt that I had no other opportunity to do so. But you know what? The guy is back. He's doing what he loves to do, and I am just happy for him. And I am excited again as a wrestling fan. I cannot wait to see what he does at WrestleMania. Tag match with Shane McMahon against Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we had that happen, and then he was walking backstage, and he ran into Charles Robinson, shook his hand, congratulated him, and he asks him to keep an eye out for Owens and Zayn to let them know when they get here. And then Dolph Ziggler rolls up and congratulates him and says he can't wait to be him, though, when he gets back into the ring. And Bryan says he can certainly try. So I'm hoping, okay, maybe we'll get some teases of matches with some other superstars and Daniel Bryan throughout the night. Unfortunately, that was the only one, but what can I say? But that was that. Let's check the live chat here really quick. Let's see here. Let's go back here. Randy better retain at WrestleMania. I'd be okay with him retaining, just as long as he don't give it to Jinder. Yes, really, there is snow. It's snowing up here. Yeah, I know. That was definitely a turn off for me for the match next week. Yes, definitely glad that you're safe. Daniel will be Shane's partner versus Cammy. I'm sorry, I hate that name. I don't know why they haven't called him that. Do you think Brie will return? I think it's possible. Shall give you a follow on Instagram and Twitter later. Definitely, thank you. Do you think it's risky for Bryan to return? I mean, I know he has a history of concussion issues, but the doctor says he's good to go, and he thinks he can do it. I think he's fine, but I mean, I hope he's okay. I just don't know how risky it is. Yes, Paige needs to be cleared next. Where is everyone on the chat tonight? No idea. Hassan already told me he couldn't make it tonight, but he'll probably catch it later. Do you think Roode or Orton will turn on the road to Mania? If so, who? I'm assuring that Roode will turn on Orton in their tag match next week. I'll get into that later. And she also said Jinder better not win the U.S. title. What the fuck is he even on the? Or why the fuck is he even on the main card? Because of Road Dogg. I don't know. I'm so ticked off. Charlotte's hair was pretty tonight. Yes, it definitely was. Alex, I'm sorry to hear about your knee. Okay. Oh, yes, definitely I was. I heard it. What happened was I was at a trampoline park with that time the girl I was going out with and a group of my friends, because they've been wanting to come to it as well. And I was just jumping, and then I went to jump off a sidewall. And when I came down, as I was coming down, I was thinking to myself, oh, why did I do this? Because I had one of my friends jumping on the spot right next to me. And usually anytime I would do that jump off the wall, momentum would cause me to go forward. I didn't want to run into my friend who was jumping. So when I came down, I tried to slow myself down, but my knee kind of like buckled. And I just felt some little it was a tiny little pop in my knee or not. So I freaked out because I thought at first I tore my ACL or something, but it was never the back of my leg that was hurting. It was more so just the front of my knee. It felt like I ran my knee into a wall. But then I got looked at it. It was either like a hyperextension or just just a strained ACL. In the end, I thought first I tore a strained MCL. I thought first I tore my ACL, but I did not. But I definitely tried to rush myself back into things a good few times, which did kind of like lower down my confidence a little bit. Yeah, you didn't know I was only 2 years younger than you. Baseball, I like it as well. It's so fun. Definitely. Yes, I've been a fan of baseball since I was 9 or 10 years old. Unfortunately, I live in a town with a team that doesn't know how to win games, but I'm trying, as I said in my baseball videos, I'm just trying to get my passion back for it this year with watching it. And now we make my return to the field also. Tomorrow is my last day of work before I'm off for 2 days. That is awesome. I'm starting to get stuff piled up for me to do for work. Do you like WWE or baseball better? She chose WWE. I mean, the fact that WWE is year-round, I'd say maybe more so them. But, baseball, still has a special place in my heart. But again, like last year, I've just been letting the Pirates' recent failures kind of get to me a little bit. So I kind of like lost my passion for it, but I'm just trying to get my passion back and just enjoying it again. Because I'm more of just a Pirates fan. As I keep saying, I fell in love with baseball first before I fell in love with the Pirates. In fact, I still have it. Let's see here. This game is what caused me to fall in love with baseball, with backyard baseball. Thank you to my aunt who got me that for Christmas one year. But yes, I'm such a weirdo. Daniel isn't underdog, though. I mean, at times he was, but he has overcome the odds. When Daniel returns to the ring, who will be the GM? I mean, I don't know if Daniel – I mean, I heard a rumor that he's not allowed to wrestle as much as he wants to, so I think he could still be GM, but maybe not. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Shane returns on the last SmackDown Live before Mania, I'm assuming. Same with Taker. Maybe, or I think we could possibly see Taker next week when John Cena takes on Kane, or he's getting an answer. Bree and Daniel are so cute. Yes, they definitely are. Nikki did return, but not on TV. Yeah, I know she returned at Madison Square Garden. She returns a part-timer. I think she pretty much is. Will Daniel Bryan be part-timer or full-timer? I think part. Yeah, I think definitely at this point part-time also. I guess he's allowed to wrestle as much as he wants, but I don't think we're going to be seeing him on every single pay-per-view. At least, Royal Rumbles, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and whatnot. But just don't completely Brock Lesnar him. That's all I ask. WWE should hire us. We'd make interesting stories. #fire Road Dogg. #hire Mike Robbie, Lauren T. Kupar, and Hassan the Mighty. Yes, definitely. Hire all of us. Sure. Awesome game. Yes. Yes, definitely. I play a lot of baseball video games still because I'm a baseball nerd. Yeah, thank you as always, Lauren, for your thoughts in the live chat. But let's continue on here. Just keep bringing me this stuff as always in the live chat. So anyways, so we had next we had a match with Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, the match they had was good. It wasn't bad. I still like their Fastlane match a little bit better. But what bothers me is they're continuing to put Rusev in this position that's just they're trying to downgrade him and have the fans just continue to hate on him. They're Wade Barretting him pretty much big time. Rusev to me is officially the latest Wade Barrett. He had a gimmick that people were getting over. It was getting over with the other people. Now they're trying to sour it down because they refuse to turn him face. Even Wade Barrett himself mentioned on an interview recently that he was told that he wasn't allowed to say, "I'm afraid I've got some bad news." He wasn't allowed to say that anymore because he's getting a positive response from the crowd. But he's like, why don't we just go with it? I've not been a babyface before, let's go with it. But they didn't want to do that, so that's when they took away the whole bad news gimmick, and then they made him King Bear, which I'm sorry, that was a complete piece of crap. I'm sorry. I love Wade Barrett, definitely one of the most underutilized talents. But yeah, I definitely was not a fan of that. But anyways, so then we had but besides that, I can still say the match was good. It was not as good as their match at Fastlane. Match was too bad between Shinsuke and Rusev. I think they do work pretty well together. But why is Rusev being thrown in this position? Like, if anybody's going to be giving Nakamura more momentum going into WrestleMania, it could be up. Heck, I would rather see Nakamura and Corbin like go at it. I mean, you know, I like Baron Corbin. I know he's not gonna go and get anywhere for WrestleMania at this point. I know like he's pretty much done all he could. Like, you know, I'd rather see him be like something like Corbin than Rusev. Heck, you know, they could have him face like, I don't know, have him face Jinder Mahal for crying out loud to prove that he could beat him or something like that. Because that's still lingering in my mind that Shinsuke Nakamura could not beat freaking Jinder Mahal. But then after the match, Aiden English goes in the beat down on him. And AJ Styles was on commentary. Now, there are rumors that apparently AJ did suffer a minor ankle injury, but he seemed okay, so I think we're going to be fine for WrestleMania. And it looked like he was going to maybe get in the ring. But then he slowly got up and took his time before Shinsuke took them out. Was going like, hey, I don't need your help. So it continues to show that they're kind of playing along a similar storyline here with what happened with John Cena and HBK at WrestleMania 23, in my honest opinion. Afterwards, we have backstage. We have AJ walking around backstage, and he ran into Shinsuke and Nakamura saying he didn't need AJ's help. And Styles says he knows, he saw, and he's about to tell AJ again he's going to beat him off. He's going to beat him at WrestleMania. He's like, yeah, I know. He says, yeah. He said, you should have more confidence, but yes, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania with a knee to the face. So, I mean, it's a face-on-face match. It's a dream match. We're definitely building up that, you know, these two guys are legends. They're awesome wrestlers, which, yes, they are, even though, again, as, you know, myself and Lauren, you agree that, you know, we love Shinsuke Nakamura, but it's pretty obvious that the WWE has not done a good job at all building, like, having him recover to be thrown into this position since he won the Royal Rumble. But ever since he lost to Jinder, like, all he's really done great was win a Royal Rumble. Like, what else has he really done? So, I mean, again, it's passable, the story that they're doing, but it could definitely be better, especially for a WrestleMania-worthy match, I feel. Speaking of Baron Corbin, we get a match with him and Ty Dillinger for the 50th time. Corbin wins. Yes, it makes Corbin look like a dominating monster going into the Andre Giant Royal Battle Royal, but this does not help Ty. They've kept Ty Dillinger off TV for how long now? Because they want the perfect 10 chance. Heck, they didn't even give him an introduction on his entrance on this episode of SmackDown. But just, you know, a match with give Corbin some momentum going on Andre the Giant, making Ty like an idiot once again. So unfortunately, we didn't that happened there. Then we have some backstage segment with Charlotte. Backstage also, I probably mentioned this. Watching the video package of her match with Asuka, and Natalya rolls up and she says she saw the look in Flair's eyes and she's scared. And Charlotte asks what she's on about, and Natty says it's only a matter of time before the Queen bows down to the Empress, and Flair tells Natty to get off the catnip and that she's just looking for her greatest challenge. And Natalya throws a fit, talking about how Asuka stole her spot at WrestleMania and she's only undefeated because she hasn't wrestled her yet. And Charlotte saess she can't wrestle her at WrestleMania, but she'll wrestle her tonight. So we get a match with Charlotte and Natty. Haven't seen it since that feud they had this past fall, definitely, which I'll get again. I like Natalya, but I mean, she's still a great wrestler. I'll give it that her and Charlotte which the match is next. Her and Charlotte did have a good match, in my opinion. I liked it. But I do feel that Natty has run her course with this heel run. I think they do need to turn her babyface and put her on Raw also and have her like a fresh babyface on there. Because I'm sure there's going to be some other, like, you know, heels on there that definitely could use a fresh feud on there as well. A non-women's title feud, that is, I'm talking about. So, you know, why not have her go over to Raw and turn face for the Superstar Shakeup, I feel. Match they had was good, but I wasn't a fan of the finish. Carmella came out teasing a cash, which I'm like, okay, I'm fine with Carmella trying to tease her cash. But what I didn't like was that off distraction, Natty rolled up Charlotte for the win. Now, I've ranted how many times about how WWE is not consistent with getting out their title opportunities. So let me get this straight. Example, Fastlane 2016, speaking of Daniel Bryan's retirement, around that time also, Brie Bella had defeated Charlotte in a one-on-one match, so they gave her a title opportunity at Fastlane for being a champion. Okay, well, we've seen how many more people beat the champion. We just saw it tonight, which I would I'm sorry, no offense to Natty, I do not want to see another freaking triple threat match at WrestleMania, especially if it involves Charlotte, Asuka, and Natty, because Charlotte and Asuka is a WrestleMania-worthy match right there, even though the story, yes, is kind of on the same line as Shinsuke and AJ. You know, the match is definitely going to be good at WrestleMania, but I don't even know the fact that, you know, they're both just trying to establish themselves as two legends going to be going at it and whatnot, not really, you know, just, you know, he just wanted to be just again like the big just a challenge of going against like the best of the best. But again, like why would you still insert Natty in there as well? Like what's Natty winning over Charlotte going to do for her at this point? Like, I didn't understand why they went with that. So it was definitely strange. Again, the match was good. Was not a fan of that finish though. I'm sorry. Let's get to the live chat. Let's do this. Where has Lana been besides the mixed match challenge? Not seen on TV at all. But guys, remember, Lana is the best. Lana #1. Whoop whoop. Gotta say that because that's actually pretty entertaining when Rusev saying it. But no, Rusev can't be entertaining. He has to be a heel. We have to hate him. What do we know? If I was a writer for WWE, I'd make Becky SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Rusev Day SmackDown Tag Champions, Finn Universal Champion, Seth Intercontinental Title, or WWE Champion, Dean and Roman Raw Tag Team Champions. Okay, definitely interesting. Definitely very fresh indeed. So yes, definitely hire Lauren. She is awesome. Mickey Raw Women's Champion. Sure. Change Rusev Day to Cammy. Well, please get rid of Cammy for SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with either one being tag champs. Heel turns, I do Bailey. I'm fine. That's Cena. Sure. Shinsuke. Okay. Bobby Roode. Definitely. He works a lot better as a heel. New Day. Either that or split them up. Have Big E be the one to split them up. Becky Lynch. Definitely. Daniel Bryan being heel. I respect that, but I don't know. I still think with the momentum right now, I still think Daniel should be a face. But I do respect that. And Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte's. I mean, Charlotte. Okay. Charlotte as a baby face is okay, but Charlotte's definitely a lot more in her element as a heel. I listened to another interview because there's this one channel called It's a Shoot that I listened to a lot of short little segments from recently, and Charlotte did mention about how she kind of turned herself heel when she came to the main roster because the reason why she was only a baby face in the first place is because she went 8 months down NXT without the title after she dropped the title. So she was wondering why she's being held back for so long being called up. And she only turned babyface because, the fans had to gain respect for her and she was there just to, help put over, some of the upcomers who were heels. And when she came to the main roster, she wasn't quite, getting the response as a babyface. So she was kind of starting to be arrogant to slowly turn herself heel, which led to her turning heel. And I definitely agree Charlotte's at her best turning heel. Someone made this face run work the best she could, but I definitely do agree with Lauren that Charlotte definitely works a lot better as a heel. Face turns, Natty, yes. Rusev Day and Lana, definitely. Alexa Bliss, I think it would be fresh. Mickey, only turn her only reason why I turn Mickey James heel at this point is just gonna be Psycho Mickey. Just bland heel Mickey does not work for me, in my opinion. Stephanie and Triple H, maybe. I'm not too sure about that one. Bray Wyatt, oh, definitely. And Sheamus and Cesaro. Definitely Cesaro. Sheamus, I would be okay with that, but I'm alright with him as a heel also. Becky to Raw, Orton to Raw, yes. Rollins to SmackDown, Sasha to SmackDown, yes. The Bar to SmackDown, sure, and Mickey to SmackDown. Yeah, separate her and Alexa maybe. Usos to Raw and Nikki to Raw, yes. Carmel will fail to cash in at Mania. I have a bad feeling it's going to happen too because I feel like she's done all right as Miss Money in the Bank. But they could have built her up definitely better, but I really don't want to see both Money in the Bank winners fail to cash in. That's the only thing though. Did you see Rusev's Instagram live story? No, I did not see that. What are your picks for writing champs and storylines? I definitely would think about that and definitely do a video on that, but definitely up for the challenge for that. Yeah, thank you for definitely that challenge up. I'll definitely think about that. And I'll definitely try to do a video on that. But yeah, I'll definitely. In fact, let me do it right now. What is Rusev's live Instagram storyline going right now? Let me see here. I pitched the ideas for some post WrestleMania plans as well. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll think of a fantasy booking video that definitely to do just because of that idea. Let me see here if I can find Rusev's live Instagram, unless it's not live anymore. Actually, just look up Rusev's Instagram. Period. Rusev. It's gone. I might have missed it. Oh well. Oh well. I mean, what did he say though? If you could let me know, please, Lauren. But yeah. Rusev got pissed at Ryback. Ryback was starting some shit. Oh yikes! What was it about? Please let me know. It's on YouTube. I'll tweet it for you later. Oh yeah, definitely. Please do that. I definitely would be interested in hearing that. But yeah. So we were there. And then we had the hype for the match, the mixed match challenge, which I was interested in because I wasn't sure who was going to win the match. So of course, I do watch the mixed match challenge, even though it's all right. But I started watching, like, might as well just finish it. Miz and Asuka won tonight. Yes, there was a couple other moments teasing Braun and Alexa almost kissing again, but it was what it was. But of course, thank goodness though, the only time we saw anything about those stinking graphics, which I cannot stand them, were for this mixed match challenge. And we always saw them like twice appear up. Once for Braun and Alexa, and the other one's for Miz and Asuka. Now here's the thing. I also tweeted this out also. Not only do I think they look terrible, but the other problem I have with this graphics is there's no rhythm as to when they appear. It's like having random subtitles in there for no reason at all whatsoever, in my opinion. It's like right now I could be saying right now, let's just say this way, the words I could be saying will appear, and then nothing else will appear. It's like trying to tell the story through the text, and then you don't finish it, and it throws you off. Like, wait a second, what was that? It's not even like it's like, oh, I can see. What else? What do you see? And then the words all appear, even though once again it's not Sesame Street. Like I've made videos before where I showed them to my boss or my client, and people be like, oh, that'd be a little too much text in there. Well, not really the clients, but when I was in college, or like doing like a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. Whatnot, and he's saying that's too much text, and it's like, okay, I get it. You can't have too much text on a screen, which is one reason why I feel those graphics are so unnecessary. But the fact also there is no rhythm to them at all, appearing at all, is what ticks me off even more. But my rant on the graphics, again, I've talked about how many times. Who cares? But anyways, moving on though, we had the Usos make their way to the ring and cut a promo. They appreciate the love and get down to business. And they mentioned how Fastlane, it was them and the New Day going into battle once again and being one of the hottest rivalries within the past year, which I definitely agree. And then the Blood Brothers came out and got involved at the match, and they were out to hurt them, and they beat up Jay so bad he's still banged up, but they're still here and hold the tag team division up the titles. In case you don't know already, the Usos don't know how to back down, just how to survive and be the best tag team WWE has ever seen. 9 years ago in the game, and you think you can take what they've worked so hard for, a chance to be on WrestleMania. Jimmy's going to war with Luke Harper tonight, and it doesn't matter what shape they're in. As soon as you step in the middle of the ring, it's on lockdown, and you're in the Uso penitentiary. And the Blood Brothers make their way out, which once again, their music gets trimmed down to the entrance. I don't understand why these entrance themes randomly get trimmed down. It's like Vince wakes up one morning and he chooses something else to hate. Just like he chose to hate on the pause and Seth Rollins theme song, which I like the interview where Seth was talking about, like, a story about that and how they had like 5 different things they're going to fill it up with. And one of them was like very like a seductive sounding Kingslayer. But instead of it with burn it down. And I thought that was, I definitely think that was definitely better, more energetic than Kingslayer. It's like Seth Rollins is not like, like a creepy, sadistic sounding man. So that probably would not have fit, in my honest opinion. But anyways, getting back to it, the match with Jimmy Uso and Luke Harper wasn't too bad. I'll give it to them. It was a decent, solid match, I thought. Nothing too special. But once again, it's just a typical match we'd have for just a tag team match. That's we built for WrestleMania. I mean, no New Day, like nothing else like building up to them. Just having like a stipulation match at WrestleMania or anything like that. So I kind of hope they don't have just a plain old triple threat tag team match. Like I want to see, and my friends and a couple other people on here on YouTube say I've suggested, I would like to see a triple threat TLC match between these three teams. And I think that could be a match that can really tear up the house at WrestleMania. That is a WrestleMania-worthy match. Like, that could, in my opinion, possibly contend with, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. I think that match could definitely contend them. Maybe not outdo it, but definitely at least contend with it. I mean, I would still rather see just a match between the Usos and the Bludgeon Brothers, TLC or not, because again, as I keep raving about the feud and the matches they had back in 2014 at Money in the Bank and Battleground. Great matches, as I keep saying, but we'll get to the new thing there. But I just hope that this is more than just another triple threat match for the tag titles, in my honest opinion. But not a bad match by Harper and Jimmy. Live chat, what do you got here? Let's see here. Your faces, though. What about my faces? This man is gonna be better than 33. I think it definitely can. Also, 33 I still enjoy, but I definitely think this could be better too. I'll be back. Gotta walk my pups. If you're done with the stream, I return. I'll see you tomorrow or next video. All right, go walk the pups. Hopefully you're back soon. And have fun. But anyways, getting back to it, this review, since I lost Lauren, but she's walking her puppies. But we then had oh boy. This is where I started to sour down a little bit. Jinder Mahal making his entrance, making his way out. And as he's walking out, they're saying he's being given an opportunity to be in a triple threat match at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. And I'm like, great! Exactly what I feared for, and it's happening. Great! So anyways, Jinder comes out with Sunil Singh as whatever the heck Samir, whatever the heck his name is. I don't care. Samir Singh came out. Well, no, he didn't come out. He's injured. He's out injured. Jinder comes out, and he calls us all hypocrites. Okay? Why? Because he sacrificed everything for Spot on the grandest stage of them all. And with his looks and physique, he could be the biggest movie star in Bollywood. But he chose to hone his craft and restore glory to the WWE Championship. No, you downgraded that championship, took away so much prestige to it that even AJ Styles has been struggling to bring it completely back since being champion. He made SmackDown Live the premiere show. Oh, shut up! And we still disrespect him and show him with hatred and contempt. So, why are we hypocrites? When did we ever even show him any respect or any mercy in the first place? Explain this to me, guys. When? When did this happen? Huh? When did this happen? That's exactly why we can't take this man seriously, because everything he says does not make any sense. This guy sucks. But thank goodness we had some good things happen, though. He says we should be worshiping him, no, and claim the open-minded, but all we care about is maintain a status quo with men like Randy Orton, and then Bobby Roode's music hits. And I tweeted, Bobby Roode just gloriously shut up, I almost said Randy Orton, shut up Jinder Mahal. So Bobby comes out and he says Jinder is the only hypocrite in the arena right now. Yes, because he doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. If he wants to talk about not getting respect, well, respect is a two-way street. As far as he's concerned, Mahal doesn't deserve any respect. As a matter of fact, the only thing that he deserves at WrestleMania is Roode beating him in the middle of the ring and winning back his United States Championship. Oh, and when he does, it's going to be absolutely... Then Randy Orton enters. And Jinder, of course, welcomes Orton, and he tells him he's a Grand Slam champion, as we all knew. Yeah, congratulations to Randy, well deserved. But Orton tells him just to shut up, which I'm like, thank you, Randy. But then he says, "Also, maybe say thank you again to Randy." Orton tells him he doesn't understand why nobody respects him or puts him over as one of the great champions, but he'll tell him why. It's because without his little stooge, he sucks. Plain and simple. That's all I need to say. Jinder, you suck. And it is true, Jinder. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Yes, that's right. Kurt Angle, had the chance for his heel character, but he does not suck. Jinder Mahal sucks. And, of course, what does Jinder do? He tries to run out there and hit a DDT on him and whatnot. But then Jinder bails and sacrifices Singh. And, they do this feud to Singh. And then Bobby and Randy try to go at each other. But then they stop each other. And they stare down Jinder pretty much, wherever the heck it was. So I know Lauren went away. But if you come back and hear this spot of the review, my thing is, as I said last week, I don't think either one's turning heel at this point. I think with this feud is just based around Jinder. It's all Jinder. Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Yes, the match they had at Fastlane storyline was simple. Orton just wanted a chance to become a Grand Slam champion. Good storyline for a B pay-per-view. What they could have done is not have a third wheel involved in this. I mean, if anybody should have been a third wheel, it could have been Dolph Ziggler based off of him, in his United States Championship run that he just out of nowhere decided to just call it quits on it, even though it was because he was, not sure he was going to resign or not. But still, when he came back, they should have done something with him and the U.S. title. But no, we got to give it to Jinder Mahal. He failed in the main event. And I thought, okay, I'll give him at least a chance in the mid-card run. He's sucking there too. This guy sucks. And you're making a feud that should be focused on Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Literally, whatever happened at the match at Fastlane should have resulted in one of them turning heel to bring this feud a step up further for their match at Mania. But no, we're having a tag match next week with Jinder and Samil Singh taking on Orton and Bobby Roode. Just because. And I know Lauren predicted that we're going to get, one of them turning on each other next week. I don't think it's going to be a complete turn. It's going to be just, every man for himself and whatnot. I still personally think, if it happens, awesome. Because either Bobby Roode or Randy Orton need a heel turn. One of the two. I don't care which one it is. But they're both meant to be heels, so one of the two has to go heel. But no, this feud is all about Jinder. And it makes me so mad. And you know what? Last week I didn't get to do it. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make a rant video this week on Jinder Mahal. I'm going to rant about him. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And you better bet I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay? You got it, guys? Huh? Because I'm sorry. If you're a Jinder Mahal fan, I respect you. I have nothing against you. That is fine. And if he entertains you, awesome. But me personally, he sucks. And he is ruining what could be a good feud between Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Honestly, this match better be on the pre-show. I'm sorry. The 3 pre-show matches this year should be both Battle Royals and the U.S. title match. I'm sorry. I am sorry. As much as I like Randy Orton, I like Bobby Roode. The fact that Jinder's this match, the Cruiserweight Championship match deserves to be on the main show for starters. But also, I just don't care about this match. This is the only match so far I can say I definitely just do not care. There's other matches, yes, I like better story for, but for the match happening at WrestleMania itself, I'm excited and looking forward to. But that's the rant I want to give on Jinder Mahal again here. But be sure to tune in again later on this week with the next part of my rant about Jinder Mahal. Anyways, getting back to the review. Then we have a match, a women's tag match, with Becky Lynch, Naomi taking on Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan of the Riot Squad. Didn't this feud end? Didn't this whole spew with the Riot Squad and these three with Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi end? So what was the point of them having this match? Why not have one of them take on Lana or something like that? Or it's a singles match. Why? Just to promote the Women's Battle Royal again? Honestly, at this point, they should just split up the Riot Squad. Because now I'm trying to get the reason why they came up here was to go after Charlotte. The random story that Road Dogg probably thought of coming out, like waking up the day of that show, like, oh, I know how to explain now, make us feel that this is not a complete carbon copy of Absolution. No, you did not succeed there, Road Dogg. Sorry. Once again, hashtag fire Road Dogg. That did not happen. But anyway, so we had this random match. Becky Lynch wins by having Sarah Logan tap out to Dishonor. Again, I'm only going to accept another tag match between any of these women, if it's going to lead to somebody turning face or heel, or the Riot Squad imploding. Because what's the point of them now? Ruby lost. She didn't accomplish anything in the match at all. Man. JMX123, what's up, man? He says, Carl Anderson and his hot Asian wife. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the comment. But anyways, yes, we got that happening. Then we get to this ending segment. This ending segment was fun. I love it. It was definitely worth watching. And let's just get into this. It was a lot of fun. Anyways, Daniel Bryan was waiting for Owens and Zayn. He said he has one more thing to address, though, and when he's told they arrived, he said they need to come to the ring. So they come to the ring. And then Owens and Zayn come out, clapping and smiling, and go to hug him. And Bryan's like, okay, thank you guys for this hug, pretty much. I look on his face like, you know, you're hugging me, but not everything's completely good here, which is true, it wasn't. Owens says that they're thrilled for him to be back, and they weren't going to come to the show since Shane wasn't there. But they got news that Bryan's been cleared for in-ring competition, so they came over as quickly as they could. We went so fast, so we got a speeding ticket for going 10 or 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. Sure, definitely. They managed to talk their way out of it because what's the saying? Everyone's dumber in Texas. But the important part is that they're here to share it with him now, and it feels incredible. Sammy mentions how they wouldn't miss it for the world, and Bryan's been their biggest supporter since day one. When the locker room hated them, Bryan was fair. When Shane had his personal vendetta and did everything to keep them down, nope, not Daniel Bryan. He was always fair. And now Daniel Bryan gets returned to in-ring competition. It's a classic case of good things happening to good people. And you want to talk about Raw versus SmackDown, A show versus B show? Any show with KO, Zayn, and Bryan on it is the dream show. In fact, those three dudes sound like a dream team. And Bryan smiles and laughs to himself and says he really appreciates that, but that's not why he brought them out here. And I'm like, uh-oh, here it comes. He brought them out here because of their beatdown on Shane last week. They showed the footage, and afterwards, Owens was laughing, and Zayn tries to cut him off. And Bryan asked if they thought it was funny. Owens admit they got carried away, and Sammy says he knows it looks extreme, but you can't tell them he didn't kind of deserve it. Bryan says he doesn't think they get it. They think this is not a big deal, but it's not a small thing. It is a big deal. So they have to understand, that from the bottom of his heart, that he thinks they're definitely two of the best performers of their generation, which is definitely true. And when Shane said that Bryan was living vicariously through them, he was right. And every time they succeeded, he was like, yeah, because they came from the same place. They've known each other for 15 years. But that's more than getting a little carried away what they just did there. They assaulted their boss after pretty much saying that Shane McMahon was being reasonable with them. He admitted the way he had been treating them lately and the way he did to them at Fastlane was wrong. And they gave them a match on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Imagine the three of them 10 years ago, where they were at, being told that they would get a chance to fight each other at WrestleMania. Not only that, but Shane said he was leaving, and they knew Bryan would be there in their corner to run the show, and they still felt the need to assault their boss. Bryan just kept saying, guys, I don't get it. And Shane was right. He really doesn't want to have to do this. Bryan mentioned how he got fired from this company twice, but going through it made him a better person. He got fired twice. Once whenever, if you read his book, once when Memphis Championship Wrestling was being shut down, and then we had the Memphis, and then of course his incident in 2010 when he choked Justin Roberts out with his tie during the whole Nexus beatdown. So those were 2 times he got fired. So he said he hates that he has to do this, but he's doing this for the best for them. He says, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, you're fired. Which is the second and third time Daniel Bryan's had to fire somebody on SmackDown Live, as he had to fire AJ Styles last year for what he did to Shane last year. So Owens and Zayn looked distraught, and they try to beg Bryan off, and Bryan says, it doesn't mean they're gone forever. It just means they're gone for now. So I'm thinking to myself, oh goodness, they're going to tease some offense coming here. They're at least going to tease some type of beatdown at least on Bryan, making us want to see him wrestle again or whatnot. I don't know if they're going to have any offense or anything, like something's happening. So I'm like, okay, come on. I know it's going to happen. Like, come on. Like that energy again, like a little kid. I'm like, let's go. So then finally, after they shook hands, they go to turn away to walk away, and then Owens turns around and just cheap shots Daniel Bryan, and Bryan goes down. He's screaming mad, and they get down and they start mounting punches and start beating down on Daniel Bryan for pretty much firing them, which again is true. Bryan at least, again, I was wondering what direction you're going to go with this whole storyline with Daniel, which this is what worth it now. This whole storyline with Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn has been full on worth it because of this all happening. Daniel Bryan, was trying to, be reasonable with Shane, saying, okay, yes, they've definitely done wrong. But, first off, Shane was the one who struck the punch first when this whole feud with him. Yes, Owens was, bad-mouthing him, but Shane was the one who got physical. He was the one who threw the first punch at Owens. And yes, definitely, they did show disrespect to their boss, but definitely Shane still went out of his way to, make their lives miserable. And Daniel Bryan was just trying to be reasonable with both of them. Like okay, yes, they've done wrong, but they're still great talents, and you're still trying to take all these opportunities for them and whatnot. But anyways, so Daniel Bryan, I think, brought closure to all that, saying, yes, Shane was right. I know you guys for how long, and I saw, what I wanted to see out myself through you guys. But Shane pretty much, finally, just try to be reasonable with you guys last week, and you still tended to beat him, to clobber him. He doesn't get it, and they don't get it at all. Why, they're still doing this. This is an intriguing storyline for WrestleMania, not just all these, okay, we're having a match. Yes, again, the matches I'm excited for. Asuka and Charlotte, Shinsuke and AJ, even the tag team title matches and whatnot. All those matches, they're exciting to happen, but the build is just like, okay, awesome. I'll see this match at WrestleMania. I don't need to be watching SmackDown every single week, and whatnot. So so then, anyway, so Owens and Zayn start beating down Bryan again, because this is maybe it's okay, Shane and Daniel seem they're getting back on the same page for now. Not sure what will happen. But anyways, so they start clobbering him, and Bryan picks Sammy's legs, and then Bryan starts getting in offense on him, but it's just some punches, but they're still getting the offense on him. But all of a sudden, Bryan broke out and hit a German suplex and running drop kicks on the corner, and I'm going nuts again. I'm on the couch. I'm like, yeah, Yeah, I don't think I've been like, I was always fired up when when Bryan won the title at WrestleMania 30 and whatnot. But I think the most fired up I ever remember getting, again, with the Daniel Bryan segment, and I forgot to mention some of my special live streams, was definitely the Raw where he turned on Bray Wyatt after he was teaming up with the Wyatt family for a few weeks. I remember I had that energy. I was just all fired up and whatnot, and just like yes, I've been waiting for this so long. Oh, Lauren said she's back. I think. Wait, hold on. She says, I'm back. See you guys later. I just work early. Oh, darn it. Hoping you come back again and talk a little more. Sweet dreams. You too, Lauren. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. But yeah, I like fired up, like, oh yeah, awesome. We're getting some offense in here. He did the running drop kicks, the yes kicks. I'm just like, he needs to do this to the Miz. Well, I'll get into that in another video. But I'm just like fired up, like, yeah, I expected the beat down on him, but the offense getting in, like, yes, like I'm just going nuts again. It's all fired up and having fun again. And like he's fired up, like he never even had the left at all. But Zayn, pulls him down though, and they start beating down him again. And then they pretty much started getting the upper hand on Bryan. No, they hit a haluva kick on Bryan in the corner, and eventually they hit a pop-up power bomb on the apron. And the EMTs come down and put Daniel Bryan on a stretcher, take away, and that's how the show ends. And also with the "You Still Got It," and yes, as Cage Side Cedars says at the end of these notes, I'm crying again. He's really back. This isn't Daniel Bryan toned down. This is Daniel Bryan going all out. Literally, the story I shared at the beginning of this review and the journey Daniel Bryan's had going back. This is a man who literally is going out there and showing that he's not lost a step, doing drop kicks and the yes kicks, just flying around. I'm still waiting to see I wonder if he's still going to do, the suicide dives and whatnot. Not again. I mean, I'm kind of hoping he does, but with the risk of possible concussion injuries, I'm not sure if they'll resort him to doing that though. But yeah, I definitely just, wow, what an exciting like beginning and end to the show for SmackDown Live. Just what an exciting day to be a WWE and a Daniel Bryan fan, especially for me. I saved it because if I was going to go to SmackDown next week, which I'll get to my answer if I'm going to go next week or not in a second, which I know some people will be disappointed in what I'm going to say. But man, it felt so good just to see all that happen again. Bring back the memories of the old days with Daniel Bryan and just going out there and just having us all chanting yes. Like, that's why I think with him coming to close terms with Shane, yes, is there a chance he could still turn heel on him? It's possible. I think it could be possible that it could still happen. But come on, this is what the crowd wanted. Like, why would you turn him heel at this point? In my opinion, honestly, I mean, you could turn Shane heel though, because he could be a little jealous of Daniel Bryan's attention, have a match between the two of them at SummerSlam. I just don't think the crowd's too hot for Daniel Bryan still to turn him heel. That's my personal. I mean, if they turn him heel, I'll give it a chance, but I still think it's not the right time, in my opinion. If you guys think it is though, that's completely fine. I have nothing against anybody else's opinions, but I don't want it. I just want to enjoy this. I know which shirt I'm wearing for WrestleMania this year. Heck, I'll pull it out of my closet right now. The first ever WWE t-shirt I bought, along with my toy replica championship. Where is it? I'll start chanting. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I thought I found it. Oh, I didn't know. Where is it? Yes, yes, yes. Come on. I'm almost showing my short sleeve, long sleeve, short Alistair Black. This, Steel City, Barrett. Aha! Guys, I already picked it out. This is the shirt I'm wearing when I watch WrestleMania on April 8th, 2018, which is less than a month away. Man, I can't wait! This show is going to be, again, the build-up for all these matches, they're passable. Could be better, especially on the SmackDown side, because everything's just, okay, we're having the match, and that's it. But yeah, man, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this tag match to happen with Shane and Daniel taking on Owens and Zayn. I can't wait. I can't wait. And because of all this though happening, I mentioned before, I think this week I will do another special live stream again, and I think it will be just talking about our favorite moments with Daniel Bryan and what we want to see out of Daniel Bryan, coming up with his return, and who's he going to face, and what else we're going to see. We like to see happen for Daniel Bryan as well. Just a little Daniel Bryan, favorites and dream predictions video. I'll do it either Thursday or Friday this week. I'll do that video. But man, what an ending. But that's SmackDown Live, guys. Overall, as I said, I think it was a good episode. It was decent, but it feels like the matches we're getting on the SmackDown brand are exciting for WrestleMania. But it feels like you don't have to watch any of the other episodes of SmackDown to miss anything for the build for WrestleMania. So because of that, the Daniel Bryan stuff was awesome. Everything else wasn't bad, but it was average. It felt like, nothing really got accomplished else. Like nothing else got taken further. It feels like, it's just advertising these matches happening. I mean, all of them looking forward to except for the U.S. title match. So that's why I'm going to give SmackDown Live a C+ for tonight. C+, decent show. And here's the thing. Since I already said next week's edition of SmackDown Live is going to be taking place in my hometown, Pittsburgh, PA, at the PPG Paints Arena, formerly known as Console Energy Center, which I hate that name. But in my honest opinion, if it was maybe the week after when SmackDown Live was going to be in town, if it was tonight, I would have definitely gone to definitely see what we got with Daniel Bryan. I would have most definitely have gone. But with this beatdown, and unsure if Bryan's going to show up, he's definitely going to be there the final SmackDown for WrestleMania, in my opinion. Definitely going to be there. But I'm not going to be able to watch that show live because I'm going to Fozzy that day. I don't know for sure if Bryan's going to be there. And I have doubts he's probably not going to be there based on the beatdown we got this week. But based off of the advertisements, we're getting Orton and Bobby Roode taking on Jinder and Sunil. Nothing else really happening. I have a bad feeling next week's episode could be a little bit like a filler episode, in my opinion. So because of that, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not going to go to SmackDown Live next week. I'm going to be going to see Fozzy the following week, though. I mean, the tickets. Here's the thing: if Daniel Bryan was definitely going to be at SmackDown next week, with how much the tickets were that we could have gotten, my friend and I could have gotten, I would have said, you know what? Let's just go. It's not that much. We won't be wasting that much money. It's not like when we paid $100 to go to Roadblock end of the line in 2016. That's not a waste of money. Daniel Bryan being there, his material would not be a waste of time. But since that uncertainty and just only having one pointless tag match being advertised for next week, I don't think it's going to be worth seeing live, in my opinion. Which is why I'm not going to go next week. But I'm still considering going to Extreme Rules in July. They're going to come back for Extreme Rules in July. I'm going to consider going to that because that could be a pretty fun show to attend, especially with, all the different gimmick matches they have there for that pay-per-view as well. I want to go see it. So that, and also, as I said, I'm considering going to next year's WrestleMania as well. So it'll be worth it as well. So, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not going to go next week. But I do appreciate the guys who are trying to, inspire me to definitely just at least give it a shot. I'm sorry though, but I'm gonna have to. I would rather just watch next week's show from home. But that's pretty much my live review for SmackDown Live. Again, thank you to Lauren. It's awesome for being a good friend and definitely chat. Nice always chatting with you in the live chat. But let's look at what we have here for the polls on Twitter. I gave SmackDown Live a C+. Definitely a lot of people enjoy this show more than me, which that's completely cool with me. I was close to giving this show a B- because of the Daniel Bryan stuff. But everything else was like, it happened, but it wasn't really that great in my honest opinion. So I'll give it a C+ still. But we had 9 votes for what grade would you give SmackDown Live this week. We had 78% saying A, 22% saying B, Nobody else saying great below. That's fine. And what show did you enjoy more this week? Raw or SmackDown Live? Raw, 8%. SmackDown, 92%. 13 votes. Wow, I'm definitely a huge outlier for this. Because personally, even though Daniel Bryan was here on SmackDown this week, nothing else really happened that much. And yes, Raw definitely had some flat moments last night. But a lot more different, intriguing moments as well. So I'll give the slight edge to Raw this week. But if you enjoyed SmackDown more, that's awesome. I have no, I enjoyed it too. But I gave it more of the edge to Raw because I felt like it had more interesting, intriguing stuff than just, SmackDown had Daniel Bryan. Everything else just happened. Like no other storylines, progressed in my opinion. Other than Randy Orton telling Jinder Mahal that he sucks, which thank you, Randy, again for saying that and just making it just plain obvious. Ah, boy. But yeah. But guys, that is it for this live review of SmackDown Live. There's nobody else in the live chat, so I guess I will sign out and I'll go check out 205 Live also and see who won the final match, and we'll see what we're going to be getting at WrestleMania 34 for the Cruiserweight Championship, which should be pretty darn awesome. So guys, what are your thoughts on this week's episode of SmackDown Live? What are your thoughts on Daniel Bryan returning as well? Leave us down in the comment section below, and be sure to always click my like and subscribe for more content to come on this channel. And you may also, as always, follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. I'll be back up here live tomorrow for my NXT review. I'm going to be recording my turn alert for Nia Jax, so I'm going to do that as soon as I go off the air. So that should be uploaded within the next hour or two, I'd say, as well. And then, any odds and ends here and there. I'm starting my next, I start my next Let's Play for Wolfenstein 3, which is Passage to Holland-Tufel. And Road WrestleMania episode 29 this week also. And also my rant on Jinder Mahal. I want to do that video this week. Pretty bad. And then again, I'll do my special live stream on Daniel Bryan this week as well. So guys, thank you again for tuning in. As always, do the things I said before. Like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. And, oh yeah, because if you need a shortcut to get to it, just click on the link down in the description box below. So guys, I'm checking out. I'm sorry I left my cupboard door open as always also. I hate when I do that. But guys, I'm checking out. Until then, guys, have a great night. No, instead of saying peace, let's end review by saying this. This is a happy, exciting day to be a wrestling fan. Yes! 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 I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace out, everybody.